I'm about to teach you the #1 most powerful skill in the world. If you master this, you will literally transform your life. Now, here's the catch. This is a skill that is the #1 fear in the world. And if you master it, not only do you change the course of your life, but you're going to be way more effective. And the skill is public speaking. As you could have guessed, we're in an ancient amphitheater. And this is a skill that has been long sought after for thousands of years. As a matter of fact, this is a theater that Julius Caesar himself built, spoke at, in front of thousands of people. Now, here I am in this theater years later, and it still stands as one of the most impressive marvels in history. And the reason I want to teach you about public speaking today is because public speaking is going to be the thing that unlocks a whole nother level of power for you. Now, power is the most sought after thing in the world. People believe money buys power. They believe fame buys power. But what they don't understand is that the ability to speak to an audience in such a way that curates an emotion and influences them, that is real power. Now, it is so powerful, as a matter of fact, if you look at someone like Alexander the Great, who decided to conquer most of the world very, very quickly in a very young age. Well, imagine having soldiers that haven't seen their families for years, their kids, their wives, and they can't wait to come home. They're always thinking the next battle is going to be it, where he just says, okay, let's go home. So they started to mutiny against him. And he had a speech that was so powerful to his army of thousands that he convinced them to not only rally behind him, but continue in his conquest to literally take over the world. Public speaking is the most powerful tool on the planet. And most people don't even know how to tap into it. I'm going to teach you how to master it today in 3 steps. I'm one of the best speakers in the world. I am the best hypnotist in the world. And I'm going to show you how to hypnotically influence a nation, a company, or even just your family or friends. And it's in 3 steps. So the first one is called a flow state. The reason you can't enter a flow state is because you're stifled. And being stifled really looks like having fear. So when you're scared, it's because your amygdala and your stress response kicks in. Your focus, your pattern of focus when you're speaking is, what are people thinking about me? My pattern of focus when I'm speaking is, where am I going to take them? Most people don't focus on, hey, how do I want to influence these people? Instead, they're trying to look good. And if you're trying to look good, it means that you're not a leader. So leaders are public speakers. That's why we tend to look at politicians, or we look at very, very successful people, and we look up to them because we like the way they lead us. If you look at someone who's able to do that, it's impressive. It gives them authority. Being on stage in front of thousands of people has an aura to it. That's why we look at some of the most famous people in the world. What is so cool about them? It's the fact that they have this massive audience rallying behind them, whether it's a movie star or a singer. A flow state is the ability to conquer the fear and get into a mindset where you're only there to speak. If you cannot enter a flow state, you cannot and will not be successful as a public speaker. The second thing is intention. Most people have no intent. They just kind of wander around and let things happen. They don't know where they're going. They don't know what they want to do. And their lack of intention is why they don't succeed at influencing someone. So when you have intent on stage, is the intent to change someone's life as it would be if I'm here teaching you? Or is the intent to get someone to vote for you? Is the intent to gain more power? Is the intent to continue rallying behind a war? If you can't even see the intention behind a speaker, then first of all, you don't know what you're following. You're just following aimlessly. And as someone who's going to be leading other people, you need to have direction. Without direction, you're literally wasting your words. Words are so powerful if used effectively, and also they could just be full of bullshit and fluff. So intention is crucial. And the third one is the ability to storytell. The reason storytelling is so powerful is because if you can storytell effectively, you paint the picture in someone's mind, and this picture can influence them. So for instance, what makes someone fall in love? Well, they start to see a picture of this person they met, and they see a future with them, a family, kids. They see all these things with them. And as they're looking at that, what are they noticing? They're noticing that they start to feel these emotions of love. They haven't had the family yet. They haven't had the kids yet. But yet they fall in love with the idea, the image in their mind. So when you storytell, the same way you go to a movie theater and you're crying at the loss of a character, you don't know the character. You know it's an actor. You know it's a movie. And yet it brings these emotions up. And emotions can create actions. They can change everything. They can change the way you see the world, to the way you act, to the actions you take. All you have to do is realize that if you get good at storytelling, and the way to do that I'm about to explain, you're going to have more power than the majority of people. Most people are horrible storytellers because they themselves don't think about the story. They don't put someone inside of their shoes because they're insecure. Confidence is the number one thing that happens when you're a public speaker. If you don't have confidence, you're not going to be a good speaker. So here's how you storytell effectively. Well, we see the world through our 5 senses: touch, taste, smell, sound, right? And eyesight. So all you have to do is paint a picture of what something looks like, feels like, smells like. So imagine yourself now on a beach, white sand, turquoise water, blue skies. You could literally hear the waves crashing in the background. You could taste the salt particles in the air. And in the distance, you see someone, and this person has an aura to them. And you don't know what it is, but it's like this white light glowing around them. Now, if you're watching this video, you are entranced in that image. And I can make things symbolic, I can add metaphors, I can do all sorts of stuff here. And these things allow me to now get into your mind because you're not going to resist the story. You will resist a direct suggestion. If I tell you, hey, go do this, your mind might not be interested. Now, before I continue, if you're interested in truly watching me show you how to do this and help you get in that flow state, help you learn how to storytell at the highest level, learn some of the most advanced skills in the world, then book a call with me or someone from my team. I mean, look at where I'm at. I'm literally in one of the most amazing places in the world. This is a port city that even the ancient Romans valued back in the day. So click that link below, book a call with someone from my team, and let me continue here by telling you that the most powerful thing in storytelling is actually not just the picture you paint, but the feelings you feel. When you communicate, your tonality, your pitch, how fast, how slow, the feelings you feel can change the way you actually communicate. Now, I remember when I first started public speaking, I had the confidence. I wasn't a good storyteller, and I would notice people drift off. I'd be looking out into an audience, and I would see people start yawning. I would see people start literally losing attention. And this infuriated me because I said, why am I not doing something that everyone else is doing? I go to public speakers, I listen to them for 13, 14 hours in a day, and I'm like, how am I able to keep my attention on this speaker for so long and I can't keep their attention for an hour? And what I realized is that I wasn't able to captivate them with stories. And it wasn't because the stories were bad. It was because the emotions I had were incongruent. I was too logical. I was too in my mind. I was too in my head. You have to let loose. And this is why a flow state, I emphasize a flow state, because to get into a flow state, you have to not care. You have to be able to talk. You have to be able to be smooth. You have to be able to just shoot things out, shoot the shit. And there's an AI software now that tells you how fast someone is speaking. And when someone is speaking really fast, they're not stifled. I, on average, speak at 255 words per minute. The average human being speaks at around 140 to 150 words per minute. And the reason I'm able to communicate so quickly and articulate my language, besides the fact that I do this for a living, is because I'm in a flow state constantly. I first met my buddy Owen. And when I met him, what my 10 out of 10 flow state looked like was his baseline at 5. Now I would say we're around the same level, and we're always operating at a super high level. And then we go on stage, and it's just a whole other beast. And like a muscle, your flow state is going to be more powerful than anything you've ever done. But your flow state today is not going to be your flow state in 10 years. Now, anytime you're performing, whether you're an athlete, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're trying to find an answer to something, a solution, you're trying to lead, you want to tap into these flow states, because if you don't tap into these flow states, then you're stifling your ability to make decisions. You're stifling your brain's optimal performance. The brain is a powerful machine. Your subconscious mind really is so powerful. It can process up to 50 million bits of information every second. The average individual uses their conscious mind, however, and they can only process about 150 to 200 bits of information every second. So if you let loose and you get into a flow state, you have unlimited potential to how much you could process and how efficient you get. So the best way to practice public speaking is actually to go in front of the mirror and start talking, to go in front of your friends and start talking, to really just imagine an audience. I used to be in front of a mirror, and I would imagine a stadium like this, or a modern stadium with thousands of people, and I would talk. And my sister, I have a twin sister, she'd walk by and she'd be like, "You're a weirdo. Why are you talking to yourself all the time?" Well, here I am now. I'm a world-renowned public speaker. I'm the best hypnotist in the world. And the reason is because I don't care what people think. Remember, leaders are the top 1%. The reason they're able to go there is because they go against the grain. They go against what everyone has taught them. Most people teach you that it's not okay to be different, and you're scared of the judgment they give you. I was judged by everyone, but yet now everyone follows my lead. Everyone that judged me now wants to come to my seminars. Everyone that hated on me wants to learn from me or work for me. This is what will happen because they cannot see what you see. You are a visionary. You are a leader. You are a winner. And winners push past their fear. Fear is an illusion. It's something in your mind. The number one fear in the world is public speaking, because the number one fear in the world is the fear of rejection. People are scared of getting rejected by other people. They are scared of what other people think of them. And it is time for you now to overcome that fear. The first way to do it is to imagine it. Your brain cannot see the difference between fiction and reality. That's why when you watch a movie, you feel the emotions as if it's really happening. So if you can be in that mindset, you will change. Now, before I continue again, if you truly want to tap into this and you want help and you don't think you can do it on your own, but you want to be a leader, not a loser, you want to be a visionary, you want to go to the next level, the best way to say this to you is to click the link below and schedule a call with someone from my team. I will help you change your life. I'm going to get you to a seminar. I'm going to help you out. And I'm going to show you how to tap into that flow state in a way that you have never seen before. This is why people pay me $1 million to work with me one-on-one. They pay me because I help them get out of their own way. You have no idea how many limiting beliefs have been instilled into your mind that have stopped you from being successful. So I'm going to leave you off with one final note. And I think this is going to be the one thing I want you to remember. You have it in you genetically to tap into a whole nother level of intelligence and thought processes that you can't even imagine. It's literally like taking a pill that puts you on overdrive. The only difference is it's real and you tapped into it. And to tap into this flow state is actually not that hard, but your brain will fight you to the death, because tapping into that flow state tells your brain one thing. It means that you are the leader. And if you are not ready to be a leader, then you'll never tap into the flow state. So to be ready to be a leader, to lead your life to where it needs to be, to lead others around you to the next level, to help people really rise up, you have to lead yourself into an environment where you're surrounded by others who lift you up. And let me help you do that. So click the link below this video and let me help you change your life, whether it's going to be a seminar, whether it's going to be a program. I have mastered this and I've helped tens of thousands of people all over the world change their life. And lucky for you, I'm the best hypnotist in the world. So I'll snap my fingers and I'll give you this mindset, I'll give you this flow state, I'll give you this confidence, and I'll show you how to live life with intent, not just wander around and let other people shape your destiny. So it's time for you to finally shape your destiny. Click that link below, book a call. And again, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, comment below what you would like to see from me, what topics you find interesting. I think this is one of the most important topics I've ever covered, because it truly is the most powerful skill a human being can learn. So if you haven't, subscribe right now, turn on that notification bell, and get ready, because I am going to show you how to change your life. I'll see you in the next video.